Every legend has a beginning, and every great player has a story. But few stories are as inspiring or as shocking as the journey of the boy who was called Talentless and went on to become rugby's most feared player. This is not just a story about skill. It's about heart, determination, resilience, and the refusal to accept what the world tells you about your limits. When he was a child, coaches would shake their heads. Teammates would laugh. Scouts and trainers would pass him by. He's too small, they said. He doesn't have the instincts. Some even said, he'll never make it in rugby. To anyone else, these words would have crushed a young boy's dreams. But not him. Instead of letting the criticism define him, he used it as fuel. Every doubt, every dismissal, every sneer became motivation. He had something stronger than natural talent, an unbreakable will to succeed. In his early years, rugby was nothing more than a playground battle. He fell countless times, missed passes, lost tackles, and faced humiliation almost every day. His hands weren't fast enough, his kicks weren't precise enough, and his running often lacked rhythm. On paper, he should have quit. On paper, he was the classic example of a talentless kid. But on the inside, he possessed a trait that no coach can teach: relentless grit. The turning point came when he realized that if talent was not his advantage, mindset could be. He started studying the game more than anyone else. He watched every match, analyzed every movement, and memorized the tendencies of every great player. While others relied on natural flair, he relied on preparation. He trained harder, ran faster, and lifted heavier than almost anyone in his age group. Slowly, the boy who had no natural ability began to outwork everyone else. But even preparation alone wouldn't have been enough. Rugby is a game of courage, and courage is born in pressure. Early matches were brutal. He was often the first to be targeted, the first to be tackled, and the last to be passed to, yet he refused to step back. Every hit, every knockdown, every failure only made him more determined. Over time, his fearlessness became his identity. Teammates began to notice. Coaches began to notice. And opponents began to fear him. What truly transformed him, however, was his understanding of his own limitations and turning them into strengths. He was not the fastest, the strongest, or the most skilled, but he was strategic, smart, and relentless. He learned how to anticipate moves, position himself perfectly, and use every ounce of energy efficiently. He turned mistakes into lessons and weaknesses into weapons. The boy who could not run fast learned how to cut angles and dodge tackles with surgical precision. The boy who fumbled passes learned how to control the game with timing and intelligence. By the time he reached professional levels, the talentless label had long disappeared. What remained was a player who combined sheer determination with intelligence, a player who refused to be beaten mentally or physically, and a player whose presence on the field changed the psychology of the entire game. Opponents didn't just compete with him, they feared him. They knew that no matter how strong or skilled they were, this boy, once called talentless, would find a way to dominate, disrupt, and outsmart them. His rise was not easy. Injuries threatened his progress. Criticism never fully stopped, and moments of doubt still crept in. But every setback became an opportunity. Every failure became a lesson. And every challenge became another step toward greatness. By combining preparation, mindset, resilience, and a fearless approach, he became the nightmare every opposing team dreaded. He was relentless in defense, unstoppable in attack, and terrifyingly consistent. What made him most dangerous was not a single skill. It wasn't a signature move or an incredible kick. It was the combination of mind, body, and heart. He anticipated, he strategized, he fought with courage, and he never allowed himself to be outworked. He became a player who could not be predicted, a player whose impact changed the momentum of games, and a player whose very presence on the field inspired his team and intimidated his rivals. Fans began to notice the legend in the making. Commentators praised his work ethic, analysts marveled at his intelligence, and young players idolized his determination. The boy who had been rejected and labeled talentless had become a symbol of hope, proof that hard work, resilience, and belief can overcome natural limitations. He showed the world that talent is only part of the equation. Heart and determination often matter more. By the peak of his career, he wasn't just a player, he was a force of nature. Teams prepared differently when he was on the field. Coaches changed strategies, opponents feared collisions, and the nickname Talentless Kid was no longer a joke. It was a reminder of the incredible journey he had undertaken. What can we learn from his story? Talent matters, yes, but it is not everything. Mindset, preparation, fearlessness, and perseverance can take someone further than raw skill alone. The talentless boy became rugby's most feared player not because he had the best natural gifts, but because he refused to accept limits, studied relentlessly, trained tirelessly, and never backed down. His story is a testament to what is possible when determination meets opportunity. Even today, his legacy inspires young players around the world. Kids who are told they are not good enough look at his story and realize that their dreams are not over. That talent is not the only path to greatness. That fear, criticism, and doubt can be transformed into power. The talentless kid didn't just play